Hello. Um, Today I'm here to talk about the Logitech solar keyboard, the k760 Logitech keyboard. It's a solar keyboard, and maybe you've had the problem where it seems to have just stopped working. Apparently this is a common problem, and usually it's because the battery is dead. So it's a solar rechargeable thing, but there's actually just two AAA rechargeable batteries in there that you could buy from somewhere else and replace them. So that's what we did, and I'm going to show you how to do it today. So you want to flip it over to the back side. The batteries are actually under these two pads here. And a couple of things the first thing you want to do to make things easier to get to take these two pieces apart. Actually, you're just going to take this piece on the right off. Actually, this is stuck pretty. There's some glue here, so it's actually pretty strong when the first time, and we've done it before. So this one's loose, but you would peel this off. Work through the glue and get rid of that screw. Okay, so now the thing that's holding it down is a little bit looser. You can do the same thing to the other side, and you'll want to do that. Okay. The next thing you'll want to do is pull the two apart as just as a little bit. The whole point of that is going to be to free up the edge here so you can peel up. Well, I'll show you now because this is pretty loose, but the first time you do it, it's going to be, this thing is stuck down. There's some glue, so the first time it's going to help you to pull this thing off so you can get your fingernail under there and pull it up. So that's what we're going to do. Normally it's going to, like about an hour ago, it looked a lot closer, and now since I've worked with it, it's loosened up a little bit. So it's going to take a little bit of effort to pull it apart. It looks easy right now, but what I had to do was stick my finger in there and then try this knife, and then that didn't work. And then I tried this card, but it was too thick. So then I have this ruler that's a little thinner, and I finally got it in there and worked it a little bit until I could stick this in here. And so when I got it to stick in there, what's happened is this white bit here on top of the keyboard, or on top of this like shiny covering, was displaced enough so I could get my finger under there and pull this off. And again, it seems like, oh wow, it's really stuck. It's just one piece. No, it's actually a glued surface, so you can pull it off. And you'll want to do the same thing to the other side. But the whole point of pulling it off is to get rid of this little screw here, and what you can do is I was using a glasses type set screwdriver, and I'm using one of the smaller ones to get this little tiny screw out, and I didn't really screw it back in that hard, so there it is, that's out. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. Pull it apart, maybe stick your card in there, and while it's, well, you can see I already replaced the battery, so it's working, but you pull this up, and there's another screw. So you take that screw out. Oh, with the little screwdriver. Pull it out. Now you're ready. So what are you ready to do? What you're ready to do is pull this up a little bit. Well, wow, this came out easy this time, but for me, the first time was like, am I going to break it? I don't want to break anything. I've gone this far, but actually, you can actually kind of break it, this stuff is pretty hard, so it shouldn't break. But you might want to just like do it slowly, just to make sure you're not breaking anything. And then you can pull it out. You see, these things are some connection. That's how you put it back in, to stick in there and go down. Also, when pulling this thing out, you can see that there's some these thick pieces are over. They fit into these grooves, so maybe there's a little glue there. I'm not sure. I don't think it's glue, but it does. It's the first time you do it. It's a little. You might be like, oh, I have to get this one out first, and then this one out, and then the rest of them come. So what happens is you pull it out, and then you're good. Now you're at the final stage, getting out the battery. And these are the new batteries that I put in. So that's why there's a little bit of you can get the light now, or whoops. Okay, anyway, these batteries are in, and you're going to think that it's really hard to get these batteries out, because the batteries are glued in there. There's a little bit of glue on the other side of the battery that we're not seeing. So you might want to get something to help you pull it out, or maybe what I did was use a little tool to help you. And this is even that was not so easy, but it's even harder the first time you do it, because you see that black strip? It's actually a little bit of glue, so taking the battery out was a little bit tricky the first time. So all you have to do is, then the rest should be easy. You can take this out. You could take the battery out. Whoops. Take both batteries out. Replace them. Maybe have a nice fresh pair. Maybe have them already recharged. I put these, and they were completely uncharged. So I'm not sure if a full charge one is better or worse, but it didn't seem to matter to have a uncharged one. And there you go. And then all you have to do is put things back, and put the screws back in, and then you'll have a working. Oh, there's a light. Working keyboard again. Okay, hope this was helpful for you. Hit subscribe. Thanks.